Yo, today guys, we gotta talk about the new mystery free dark matter in NBA 2K22 My Team, because I want to make sure that you guys know all the information you need to know in order to go after this free dark matter, and then also that way you get to decide whether you do want to go after him or you don't. Now, if you guys could do me one big favor, make sure to leave a like right on the video if you want to see more free dark matters, free players, and everything. Make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let me know down below in the comments who you think the mystery dark matter is going to be, because 2K is adding a mystery dark matter with this season. You guys know with the new season we ended up getting a bunch of new rewards, a bunch of free dark matters, a bunch of new content, and I do want to know who you guys think it is going to be down below in the comments. Now, the player that we are talking about is of course going to be the reward for limited. When it comes to limited, 2K already said that we get to vote on the dark matter, so we actually get to decide exactly who this mystery dark matter is going to be. And the way that you do end up getting him is you do have to get every single ring this season for limited, and so if you do want to get him, you got to get every single one. As you guys can see, you end up getting the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and then the 6. And then right now it shows a blank pack because obviously we don't know who that is. I'm going to give you guys some of my predictions in a bit too, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that if you do want to get this dark matter right here, you do have to get the ring every single weekend. And if you do end up missing one weekend, then that's it. You do not end up getting the dark matter. So if you do want to get him, you got to make sure that you get the ring this weekend, and then obviously the following weekends as we continue the season. Now, when it comes to a player, once again, I want to know who you guys think it's going to be down below in the comments. Maybe you think it's a certain player, maybe you think it's going to be somebody else. Just give me some options, because I do want to see what you guys are thinking or hoping to see when it comes to, you know, the player that we do end up getting this season for limited. Now, I do have some predictions myself. One of the predictions that I do have is going to be dark matter Derrick Rose out here, bro. My boy Paulino came through with a beautiful card. With the fact that, you know, this season is called Zero Gravity, I'm expecting maybe some dunkers out here, and I feel like Derrick Rose, you know, he was a great finisher. He could drive to the basket, and I feel like he would definitely make sense just because it's a player that 2K could definitely add. And if he ends up, you know, on the voting, when it comes to him, like, everyone's gonna vote on him. If he does become an option, I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up adding a player like that. So I feel like Derrick Rose would make sense. Another point guard. I know we have Josh Giddey as the level 40 reward, and he's a point guard, but 2K likes to, you know, overlap point guards, and I feel like at the moment they're really trying to release a lot of the, you know, smaller point guards out here before they really get cheesy with the oversized players. And so I feel, me personally, a Derrick Rose would be a realistic reward, and that would be like a, you know, current player. Obviously, he's still in the league. Too bad, you know, with all his injuries, he's not as good as he used to be, but maybe we could get a dark matter Derrick Rose. Now, also, 2K could end up doing a historic player, and again, I'm gonna go based on, you know, zero gravity, you know, some dunkers and stuff like that. So another option that I feel like would definitely make sense would be the one and only Dr. J out here, man. I feel like he would be an amazing reward too, and I feel with Dr. J right here, he actually only has a pink diamond at the moment. That's like his highest tier card right now in my team, is a pink diamond. So I feel like either way, I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up seeing him as a dark matter this season, because again, zero gravity, I'm expecting some more dunkers. We already started seeing that with, you know, Zach LaVine, Blake Griffin, and these other players, and so I feel like it could definitely be one of those players. Obviously, if I could pick like whatever card I would want like a Bobo, obviously, but I doubt that 2K would add, you know, a Bobo or even a Taco to this voting process. But then again, anything can happen, so maybe, you know, if they end up adding any of those players, you know, they're gonna end up winning. Every single person is going to be voting, and so I just kind of wanted to see, you know, what you guys thought about it too, and I gave you my predictions when it comes to like some realistic players. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it's somebody like Derrick Rose as a dark matter, maybe Dr. J. It could be another high flyer. It could also be a non-high flyer. It could also end up just being a really good player, or just, you know, a historic card out here that we can definitely go after. And now I already started playing some games. It actually didn't even take me that long to get the ring this week, and so hopefully 2K does make it pretty common. Let me know if you guys have been, you know, seeing the ring pretty commonly. Maybe you take a few games, maybe a couple games and stuff like that. It shouldn't take you that long, even though obviously sometimes if you're unlucky it might happen. But I ended up playing one game right here. You guys can see I ended up getting a reward, and I ended up getting a diamond boost in the middle, and I was like, I was kind of thinking of keeping it, but I always go left side, and then I missed out on 2500 MT. So in limited, you can still get some free MT, some free tokens, and from time to time 2K does end up updating it with other rewards. And I also ended up playing another game right here because I want to make sure that I'm up to date. I want to end up getting this dark matter, and I'm hoping it's somebody amazing. Right here I ended up getting a gold consumable pack. Really don't want that at all. I always go left like I always say, and then this time I got a boost, which obviously is literally nothing. That's like trash right there, but I'm still looking for that ring. And then right here, I ended up playing another game, and you guys can see right in the middle, I'm looking for that championship ring, and so I select the middle, because you always got to pick the middle. 500 MT, you know, free MT is always good, but we always go left like I always say, and we end up getting the ring right there. So I already got the first ring out of 6, and so we're looking good right now, bro. 1 out of 6. We're definitely gonna be, you know, getting that player, because I'm gonna be getting every single ring every single weekend, and then that way I can get that mystery free dark matter that is going to be available. And if you guys do watch my streams on twitch.tv/CarlosStory, you know that sometimes I do end up just giving people some free wins, and then that way they can get the rings. I'm gonna give this guy the win right here, and hopefully he ends up getting the ring. So if you do see me online and I quit for you, just know that hopefully you end up getting some good luck and you do end up getting your ring. And I'll quit for this guy as well too. Maybe he gets his ring, hopefully he gets lucky, and then that way he doesn't have to worry about it for the rest of the weekend. He can just chill, go for some other players, some other rewards, and then that way he's up to date. So definitely help each other out as well. Maybe if you already have the ring, maybe just try to play a couple games here and there, you know, quit out for some people, and then that way more people end up getting the ring. I'm also hoping that if 2K is willing to add some new stuff to limited, I'm hoping that eventually we do end up getting all these rewards, because I feel like if you end up playing limited every single weekend, you should end up getting the free pack, the tokens, the diamond shoe, the diamond contract, the Hall of Fame badge, and then the player as well. And one of the best things about this right here is the fact that they're doing it this way, so that means that once they end up adding this dark matter, he's actually going to be up to date, instead of like adding a player, you know, in the beginning of the season and then making him available, you know, 5 weeks later, and then by then he's outclassed, he's outdated. And so this way we should be getting a really up-to-date dark matter, and so I feel like a lot of people should definitely go after him. I'm definitely going to be going after him on my main accounts, on my no money spent squad, and since we do get to vote on the player, I'm assuming we should have some really good options. You guys can also see right here, basically they did confirm it once again in the blog. They said, you may have noticed that no player was listed for Zero Gravity's limited reward for collecting all 6 rings. And then they said, we heard the community's feedback on the players chosen for limited, you know, for season 6. We want to bring you onto the decision-making process for this dark matter player. And then they also said in a couple of weeks, so we still got to wait a little bit before we do know the options, but they are going to be holding some polls out here, and it looks like hopefully they do end up doing it in the myteam community hub, because, you know, lately with the votes on, you know, on their Twitter, they've been kind of, you know, they've been botted basically, and people have been botting votes and stuff like that. So hopefully they do end up doing it through the myteam community. That way it's actually like a legit voting, and then we can get the player that everybody wants, and hopefully they do end up giving us some really good options. And then obviously you do have to get every single limited each weekend, and then that we get the rings. And then another big thing that you guys got to remember is the fact that 2K already said that that limited reward player is not going to be part of the Beyond Level 40 this season. So he will not be available if you guys do want to wait until the Beyond Level 40, because usually that's what people do. They'll go for the Hall of Fame badge, and then they'll end up getting that player from the Beyond Level 40, but this season he will not be available right there. So make sure you keep that in mind. The only way to get the mystery player is going to be through getting every single ring, and then obviously we get to vote on it. And I am hoping that 2K does end up releasing some really good options when it comes to this, even though at this point maybe they should just make it an option pack and then just have like multiple, you know, dark matters. Maybe that could be something else they do end up adding in the future, a dark matter option pack for limited and stuff like that. That way, you know, it doesn't have to come down to a vote, and then people can just get the player that they do want to end up getting. And that's going to be everything that you guys do need to know if you do want to go after the free mystery dark matter that is going to be available for limited this season in NBA 2K22 myteam. You guys saw my predictions. I'm hoping it's somebody like dark matter Derrick Rose, maybe a dark matter Julius Irving, or maybe somebody else. It could always be anybody. Let me know down below in the comments who you guys want to see, because I want to know what you guys are thinking about this free dark matter, you know, mystery player right here. Let me know some options down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated with everything else that we do know about this dark matter. And this will be this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to check out some more, check out the new login codes that we ended up getting for some more free stuff. Check out the pack opening I did with the new season packs we ended up getting, and then check out my no money spent series. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. With the bill, roses in my wallet, and I'm flexing it for real. Racks and racks and racks, I look like rookie of the year.